ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. These "but there was a time" posts, it's so bad, bro. Like, it'll be a shorty who looks super innocent in the first slide, and then she was a backstage groupie for Lil Pump or something. It's like, ugh. And then you'll see some where it'll be like, but there was a time, and in the first slide, shorty's like, I don't want to be mean. Shorty, it isn't as attractive as she could be. And then you go to the slide when she's like, but there was a time where she was like a rapper's groupie, and she was like way badder back then, but her husband got the chop version of her. And here's the thing, I'm forgiving when it comes to a woman's past. Like, I'm more forgiving than most, right? So that's not the issue. The issue for me is the fact that you supposedly changed, but you post the old pictures showing what you were when you're my wife now. You're embarrassing your husband. You're embarrassing your boyfriend. Like, why would you do that? For example, right? Let's say I wanted to talk to a girl who used to be a stripper, right? But she changed her life, right? She changed her life. She's different now, yada, yada, cool. But then this post comes around and she's like, she's a wife now, you know, with our kids or whatever. And then the next slide, it's her bent over at the club or something. And it's just like, I looked past your past, but why are you bringing it back up and then displaying it to the world? That's weird. Like, that's really weird behavior. Y'all are straight up embarrassing your spouses on the internet, and I don't understand why. It's almost borderline cucking your husband, because you'll be posted up in the first picture with your husband and your family, right? In the next slide, you're bent over in front of a rapper. Why would you? You're married now. Why are you showing the world? Like, I can't.
This right here is exactly why you don't try to make a 304 into a housewife. See, she didn't really change. She just got smart enough to realize her old lifestyle had an expiration date. She knew she couldn't run the same game forever, so she decided to rebrand herself. But here's the trap, because some men never learn from the mistakes of others. There's always going to be that one guy, that one who thinks he's the exception. He'll convince himself he can take a woman with that kind of past and magically turn her into a loyal, traditional wife. And what usually happens? The mask slips. Her old habits resurface. And the man who thought he was building a family suddenly realizes he was just the next chapter in her story of reinvention. Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next.
Cry today. Yes.
I'm about to be very direct here. So if you don't think you can handle that, I highly suggest that you leave now. Because if you're the type of person that enjoys seeing that type of content, that tells me all that I need to know about you and what type of person you are. You enjoy watching the suffering and having knowledge of the suffering of other human beings. And that makes you not a good person. In fact, that makes you quite the opposite of a good person.
Can we please, bring back men coming up to us?
So y'all can go back to calling us thirsty again?
Shoot the messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all push all the good men away, call submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
I made a video saying that women are children and it went crazy viral, so here is part 2, 3 ways women act like children. Number 1, they do not have the capacity to take accountability. When they are caught in the wrong, they will start insulting you instead of saying, you know what, I did do that, I apologize, it won't happen again. That's maturity, that's logical, that's reasonable. But they don't do that because they don't have the capacity to take accountability like a kid. And so they will just scream and yell and kick and whine and do anything they can't but that. Number 2, when they get emotionally offended over a conversation, they will do low blows on how you look or anything really silly and immature instead of actually looking at the conversation as a whole and attacking the point logically. Number 3, they can be very selfish in what they want to a point where they don't care about anything else, just like a kid. When a kid wants chocolate, he'll run through a brick wall, scream and yell to get it, and they will do the same thing.
What is this?
Turn around.
Babe, this isn't a Cadillac.
It's a Jeep Wagoneer. It's just as nice as a Cadillac.
You bought this.
I bought it for you.
Are you messing with me right now?
No, you said this. You wanted an SUV for the family.
I said I wanted a Cadillac. This is not a Cadillac. Why would you spend money on? How much was this thing?
It was
a lot of money when you should have got a Cadillac.
This is very similar. I looked up stuff that's similar to the Cadillac.
Why would you try to surprise me with something similar when I asked you for a Cadillac?
You could sit in it and look in it and you'll see.
I'm about to.
You'll see it's very similar.
Can you return it?
I don't think it works like that.
You're not posting this because
it's paid for. Like it's.
I mean, it's pretty, but it's not a Cadillac. I just wanted a Cadillac. That's what I asked for. And you said we couldn't get.
He bought her a brand new car. A huge gesture, right? Most women throughout history would have been over the moon to receive something like that. But instead of gratitude, instead of even a simple thank you, she breaks down crying because it isn't the luxury brand she wanted. Think about how entitled that is. A man makes a major investment, provides something practical and generous, yet she dismisses it because the logo on the front isn't a Cadillac. The wild part, if you swapped out the badges, most people, especially her, wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. This is what happens when materialism replaces appreciation. It's not about the car anymore. It's about the status, the flex, the bragging rights on social media. And here's the bigger truth. When gratitude disappears, no amount of giving will ever be enough.
And thinking that they are the prize.
What is with these dudes? That's an easy one. They think they're the prize because in actuality, now, they are the prize. And I get that it confuses you because you've been told literally from the time you are born that you are the prize. All women are the prize. And that, you see, is the exact problem. Because it's those never-ending, unrealistic, inane expectations of men in relationships that are driving you. All while thinking you don't need to offer even the slightest bit of effort in return. It's why you think this is enough. Well, ladies, I hate to break it to you, but this ain't worth much these days. And even if it is now, over time, much like a car, it's going to wear out, depreciate, lose all its value as you get older. Men, on the other hand, only go up in value as they move along in life. They grow in their careers, make more money, build their castles, build their wealth. And more importantly, they grow in wisdom. They see today's women for who they are and what they have to offer, which, as I said, isn't much. And men have now decided there's no point in wasting their time, effort, and hard-earned money on someone who doesn't value them, doesn't appreciate them, doesn't even acknowledge them, which is exactly why men are now indeed the prize. So, ladies, now you're the ones that are going to have to pursue. Y'all can still wallow in that little fantasy that you have that one day your prince will come. The reality is that prince is off enjoying his life, enjoying his freedom, enjoying his peace.
Women talk about, they say it's one of the biggest dangers they face, and they use statistics to paint men as violent and dangerous and predatory. Are they cherry-picking those statistics to demonize men? I think that they are. According to the CDC's Intimate Partner and Sexual Violence Survey, in a 12-month period, 1.267 million men and 1.27 million women claimed that they were victims of. That number is almost equal. Men and women are experiencing these crimes at equal rates. Here's the part that none of these organizations are saying out loud. Among the men, 69.9% of the perpetrators were female. That's 986,000 women that are committing against men. And among the women, 94% of the perpetrators were male, which is 1.194 million men are committing against women. Now, here's where their narrative really breaks down. When we add in all of the same-sex perpetrators and the perpetrators where both a man and a woman were involved at the same time, 1.56 million men were perpetrators and 1.02 million women were perpetrators. That means that nearly 40% of the perpetrators of in the United States are women. And yet society erases the truth. Men are dismissed as villains and denied the right to be seen as victims. And women are erased as predators and excused from accountability. This problem isn't only about men. This problem is about sexual violence. And women are responsible for 40% of those crimes. So we have to stop demonizing men and start holding women accountable also if we ever want equality. Unless women just want to continue to be privileged in the United States.
They can't keep painting themselves as the victim if they actually told the truth. And that's the uncomfortable reality no one wants to admit. How many times have we seen it? A toxic woman lashes out, physically or emotionally attacks her partner, then flips the script and plays the victim so the man looks guilty. Suddenly, he's the one in handcuffs, even though she started it. Or take divorce. How many cases do we know where a woman leaves simply because she's bored? Not because of abuse, not because of neglect, but boredom. And then, in order to justify it, she paints her husband as if he's some kind of monster, the villain in her story. Why? So the court, the judge, and society will side with her and hand over the house, the kids, and the assets. It's all about the illusion. The victim mask has to stay on, because without it, accountability creeps in. And if accountability shows up, the benefits disappear. So the narrative gets twisted, and men pay the price.
I want to be with a bum.
How come no man in this room has ever said that about a girl they dated? Because you're all gold digging. We're romantic. We'll take a bum McDonald's worker. You couldn't do that. No woman's ever done that. You guys date up, we date down. That means every ex-boyfriend you've had was better than you. That's why you let him hit it.
You gotta get out the car, bro.
Julius,
I gotta
you
go.
said that you're always gonna love me.
No,
what are you
not
doing?
through that, bro. You're tripping, bro. You gotta go.
Do you promise me you won't get mad?
I'm not gonna swear because I don't know what it is.
So, about a month and a half ago, we got into an argument, and I was just really upset, and I was just not like in the right headspace. Like an old friend had happened to DM me.
An old friend?
An old friend happened to DM me, and one thing led to another. One thing led to another, and I just made a big mistake, babe.
A guy or a girl?
A guy. I made a mistake. Well, like I said, we were arguing, and he had happened to DM me the same day, and he was like, let's meet up, let's go to this bar. So we went to a bar, and then...
So you went to a bar with the guy that had DM'd you. You went home with him? So you went over to his house?
No.
So then what'd you do?
We rented a room.
You paid for the room. So they
I used our money, but then I put the money back because I felt bad.
I'm just letting you know that, it's a wrap. It's over. Bro, you gotta get out the car. I'm about to go to the apartment, and it's over. I'm canceling I'm canceling everything, bro. Literally every single thing I'm canceling.
It'll never happen again.
I'm turning in the joint account, and I'll split the money with you halfway. But I don't ever want to talk to you. Stop.
Julius.
No, bro, you gotta get out the car, bro.
Julius,
I gotta
you
go.
said that you're always gonna love me.
No, not through that, bro. You're tripping, bro. You gotta go. I'm being serious. Stop. You gotta go. You have to go. I don't even want to look at you. You're that's weird, bro. That's on some other stuff, bro.
I just want a fresh, clean.
Okay, bro. Are you gonna get out? Are you gonna get out?
We're gonna.
Are you gonna get out the car or am I?
Start all over. Just please.
Are you
please give me another chance.
Are you getting out the car or am I? Which one?
Old man literally just stopped me and said, I don't mean to be rude, but you are absolutely gorgeous. And I looked at him and I was like, and I just turned around. He just outwardly said that I'm absolutely gorgeous, which is just so unnecessary. It's weird. Ew.
Oh, I'm just a girl. A man respectfully complimented you and your first instinct was to go online and bash him. No, this is not just being a girl, this is being an entitled and delusional one. Something a lot of women should have learned in their younger years is that a compliment isn't harassment. You're not being oppressed because someone finds you attractive. This is why a majority of men have stopped approaching women, because as soon as a man speaks, an emotionally unstable woman turns it into content. You act like you're being hunted, as if basic human interaction with a man is trafficking. Little newsflash, you're not some intimidating, high-valued woman, you're just rude and your mom probably never taught you manners.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.